Hey everybody, welcome to Life of Sunny Lee. It has been a busy week. We've actually had nothing planned for the week, and we end up being very busy. Saturday morning, I took care of the animals like usual, and then I started working on the mosaic piece that I'm working on. And first thing I know, it was time to go meet our son for dinner. So we went up to Edinburgh and met our oldest son, had dinner with him, a nice conversation, and then came back home and time to take care of the animals again, put them up for the night. So that was what we did on Saturday. Sunday was cold. It was really pretty cold that morning, so I didn't put the cats out. I left them in until we got home from church. And we went to church and basically to the post office and then came home and fixed dinner at home. And I noticed when we were leaving Sunday morning that this little fish pond behind me was almost out of water. So I pulled the pump up, cleaned it out really good, and checked to make sure there wasn't any holes in the rubber. It's a rubber formed structure. It was fine, so we filled it back up with water. What had happened was that the waterfall, let me turn you around. What happened was that the waterfall back there had gotten dislodged, and instead of the water coming out on the waterfall, it was leaking out the back end of the basin. And that yucca plant behind it got plenty of water, but the fish tank had almost none. So I cleaned it out. Didn't take everything out, but I took the algae off of it and scraped as much junk off the bottom as I could. Realized that we do have 2 goldfish that survived the winter. I had bought 7 goldfish last fall, very small, what the store calls feeder fish. Like they're only 15 cents a piece, and they're super small. And I knew not all of them would survive the winter, but I was hoping some of them would, and I noticed at least 2 of them. So that's what I did Sunday. Now on Sunday, I had taken shoes outside, and whenever I take them outside, we always have all the cats gather around us. And I noticed that Princess had thrown up. I didn't think anything about it at first because cats have a tendency to do that. You know, they get hairballs and stuff and they throw up occasionally. But when I brought her in that night and fed her, she could not keep anything down. Her face was all swollen and she just didn't look like her normal self. So Monday morning I called the vet and they said to give her 24 hours. She might just have a little virus or something. So I said, okay. So I left her inside that day, and I separated her from the other cats, put her in a crate all by herself, and put her in the corner away from them, just in case it was something more dangerous. And then I took the seedlings. It was a pretty day, so I took the seedlings that I'm hardening off. I took them back out on the balcony for a while. My husband mowed the grass here, and that took all day. We have a lot of grass to mow, plus the blades needed to be sharpened, and one of the wheels of the deck is off. So that takes a while to mow the grass when things aren't working correctly. Let's see, what else I do. I planted 2 grow bags in the high greenhouse. I planted those with potatoes. Now these are not the seed potatoes I bought. These are potatoes that I had left from the last bunch of potatoes I bought at the store, and they sprouted, and they're russet potatoes. So I put those in grow bags, and the reason I did that is that because if they have any disease or any blight on them, I won't be contaminating my whole garden. It'll just be that little grow bag that'll have to be cleaned out and washed. So I planted 2 grow bags of those in the high greenhouse and 1 planter in the low greenhouse of those type of potatoes. I also cleaned out the arrow garden. It had been going for 100 days with lettuce in it, and the lettuce was starting to go to seeds, so I cleaned it out and planted new seeds in it. And I finally got around to unpacking and setting up a hope garden, which is another hydroponic garden made by a different company. Basically, it's the same, few different changes. Some I like, some I don't like. But anyway, I set that up also at the same time, and that's full of herbs, where the arrow garden has my lettuces in it. So I did that, and then let's see what else I do. That's about it on Monday. I did laundry. On Tuesday, I called again early in the morning because Princess still was not being able to eat. Every time she tried to eat, it would come right back up. Got an appointment for 2:30, so by the time I got the animals taken care of, it was actually time to take her in. And the news was not good. We were there for 2.5 hours. End result was either be a hero and do some really heroic measures to try to save her, or to euthanize her. We decided to try to be heroes. She had to stay overnight. They did a blood test first to find out whether she had leukemia or feline immunity virus. She does have the FIV. Used to be a long time ago that whenever a cat had that, they would euthanize it, but that's not the case anymore. They realized that it's not as dangerous as they thought it was, and as long as she's in with a bunch of neutered and spayed cats that do not fight, she has a very low chance of transmitting it to anybody else. The fact that she was born here, but we don't know anything about her mother, is the fact that her mother could have had it, and she could have just have it transmitted through the mother, which is what we were thinking, because I've had her ever since she was a kitten, and I do not know of any deep bite wounds, and that is the second way that they transmit it, is by biting, deep bite wounds. So we figure it must be through the mother when she was a baby. And so I'm keeping a close eye on her brother to make sure that he gets medicine whenever he gets sick. The problem is with these cats, they can live a normal life if you keep on top of any illnesses that they get, because they can't fight off the illnesses as quickly as a normal cat. A normal cat can have a cold and be over with it in a week. An FIV cat, a common cold, could possibly even kill it. So she's not out of the woods. He gave her fluid underneath the skin. He gave her an antibiotic shot. He gave her another kind of shot. I'm not so sure what it was. They sedated her and did removed the fluid around her heart. They got almost 1/4 of a cup of fluid off of her chest cavity. And they kept her overnight. And she's still not being able to keep her food down very well. She is trying to eat. Most of it's staying down. I bought special food for her, so we're going to try that tonight and see if that helps. But for a cat that he suggested to possibly euthanize, she's doing much better than what I thought. But like I said, we're not out of the woods. So we were in the office for 2.5 hours with her. And like I said, they kept her overnight. And then on Wednesday, we went and picked her up and brought her home. And then we went back to the gym. We've gone to the gym every day this week. Not every day, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 times this week. And we did that. On Monday or Tuesday, I forgot which day it was, but one of my Amazon orders came. So we have been working on setting up an area in the basement so I can do these YouTube things down there late at night when I'm not outside, can't be outside, or when it's raining, or when the weather's bad, or when there's too many people in the house and I just don't have time to find a quiet place to do these. So we're setting up this area in the basement where I can work on that. So we went to the store a couple times this week, getting hardware and stuff to hang up these backdrops I got. So you're not going to be staring at a cement wall or, in the background. So you'll see that in the near future when I get completely done. I'll show you a little bit of the setup. It's not done yet. I need to get another table. The table I've got right now has a big bow in the center from where it's old. It's been there forever. So we're going to get rid of it and get a new table. So another thing I've been trying to work on is the mosaic stepping stone. I have not had much time to work on that. But it's really, taking care of these animals has really used up a lot of time. It takes me almost an hour and a half to take care of the animals all day long. Of course, shoes has to be taken out 3 times a day, and she can't just leave her out since she is having so much trouble walking her back legs. So I have to be out there with her all times. And with this pretty weather, she loves sitting on the porch, and I won't let her sit on the porch without me here because I'm afraid she'll get up again and fall and hurt her other ear. So you see that one ear is still down. That's where she fell and hit against the stone wall, and it became blood engorged in it, and all the blood's all gone, but now it's just on the tip of it is really hard and heavy, so she can't lift it up. But otherwise she's doing fairly well. Of course, she's got the sling on her because I have to help her get up and walk around, but we're doing okay. But by the time you take her out 3 times a day and walk her and spend some time out with her, and then I got 11 cats I'm taking care of, and for the past month I've been giving them medicine at least once a day. So you have to catch each individual cat, which isn't hard to do. What the hard part is getting them separated and remembering which one you've already gave medicine to and which one you haven't. So I've been giving them medicine because all of them have had colds, and some of them have responded really well. And of course there's Princess, who I never gave Princess any medicine because Princess was not showing any symptoms. And we come to the conclusion she's a great actress. She was just as sick, if not sicker than the other ones, and just didn't let me know. The other ones were sneezing. Some of them had discharge from their noses. Some of them were coughing. Some of them had just discharge from their eyes. But all of them had something that was telling me that they needed to be, be on medicine. And of course, I've talked to the vet about all this, and he knows what's going on. He's the one that's told me what to give each cat. So I wasn't giving her any medicine. I gave her like 2 or 3 doses, and I thought, well, you're not showing any more symptoms. You're okay. She wasn't. So I'm now down to giving her medicine, and she's fighting it like crazy, which she's never done before. But I think it's because she's scared to have anything to eat anything right now because she's afraid she's gonna throw it back up. So I'm hoping that tonight when I give her medicine, I don't have to fight her so much. But I'm giving her medicine, and I'm giving Prince, her sibling, medicine, and Monkey Blue, and Fluffy. Those 3 I'm giving medicine to, and I'm watching the other ones very, very closely, and if they show signs of any illness whatsoever, I'll start them on the medicine. The vet, this is per vet, the vet told me to do this, and he said if I need more medicine, just give him a call, and he will make sure I have enough for all of them, because we've got to get this cold gone. They've had it for such a long time. I mean, a year we've been fighting this. And we've changed different vets, in fact. And this one has upped the medicine to a different type of medicine that seems to be, knock on wood, working better. So I'm hoping that we can get this taken care of once and for all. And the key is going to be to give them the medicine until they show no more signs. And the vet told me it might take a month, might take 2 or 3 months to get it. Depends on how severely the infection has gotten into their body. So that's what we're doing. And it's been a very busy week. And like I said, I've got to get that project done, at least to the point where I get it completely covered with contact paper. If y'all know what I'm doing with this stepping stone. Okay, what I'm doing with the stepping stone is, as I get the pieces laid out, I cover it with contact paper so I can work with the next section without disturbing this section. Now this is going to go onto a cement stepping stone. And what I'll do is, once I get all this done, I will take another cardboard, flip this over so that the pattern is upside down, take my stepping stone, put thin set cement on it, and set it down onto the back side of this. Flip it back over, take the contact paper off very carefully, make sure that all the tiles are where I want them to be, and then just leave it set for at least 24, possibly even 48 hours so that it hardens up completely. And then I'll come in and I will grout the whole thing and it will be done. But it's coming along nicely. I've got the name covered because I don't know if I don't know if the person that wants this is going to give us a gift or not. So I don't want to I don't want to spoil the surprise if it's supposed to be a surprise for somebody. So I'm not showing the name. So this is what I've got to get done. Hopefully before Saturday I can get this part done, because our son's coming home. Our middle son's coming home, and when he comes home, he piles all his stuff on this table before he takes it upstairs. And I want this table to be cleared and not take a chance of him putting something on this and then my tiles go sliding off every which way. So I want to get this done and off the table before he gets home. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I know we've been really busy. Hopefully next week will be a little bit less so, and I hope you have a very happy Easter. Remember what Easter is really for. You know, it's not the Easter bunny, it's not the candy. It's about our Savior. So remember to like, share, subscribe. See you in the next video. Dream big, follow that dream, and God bless. Bye, everybody.